Welcome to Watch the Fight Boxing Talk. This video is about the Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez fantasy fight. After the Spence Crawford rematch dissipated, there was a lot of talks about a Crawford versus Canelo super fight. Thanks to Crawford's masterful domination of Spence in July 2023, it propelled Crawford into this mega fight conversation. Crawford himself started expressing interest in a Canelo fight, saying that it's the biggest fight in boxing now. Some people thought it made more sense for him to fight Boots at 147 for welterweight supremacy, or even at 154, since Boots was also eyeing the 154 division. Crawford was never interested in fighting Boots either way, because there wasn't much benefit to fighting Boots, so he didn't think it made sense. And he didn't really entertain conversations about fighting Boots. Crawford ended up going to 154 to fight Madrimov for a title in which he became a 4-division champion. However, that fight seemed to be pretty challenging and he didn't look as dangerous. He got hit with a lot of massive right hands from Madrimov, and he went the full 12 rounds, which hasn't been the norm for him for the last 8 years approximately. He didn't look supernatural at 154. He just looked normal, and it was such a close fight that it was a controversial win for Crawford, which also hasn't been the norm for the last 8 years approximately, because Crawford has stopped all of his opponents by knockout or TKO. He seemed to have his hands full with Madrimov at 154, so logically, people would think that jumping to 160 would not be in Bud's best interest, much less 168 to face the undisputed champion of 168, who was recently stripped of his IBF title, especially after we saw how uncompetitive Charlo was when he tried to do the same thing. Canelo is a different type of monster. He dominated 168, and there's weight classes for a reason. Charlo is bigger than both Canelo and Crawford, and he couldn't even acclimate to 168 properly against a powerhouse like Canelo. So that's a sign that it's not easy to go up so much in weight so quickly and still be as lethal as you are at your true weight division. Madrimov humbled all of us because his performance against Bud put things into perspective. It made even Turkey Al Sheikh reconsider the Crawford versus Canelo mega fight too. It made Canelo say, forget about it, and it made fans all over social media realize that Canelo may be too much for him. As talented as I think Crawford naturally is, I think him versus Canelo is a mismatch, and it wouldn't play out the way people were assuming it would before seeing him fight at 154. If Canelo and Crawford do fight, though, who do y'all think would win, Bud or Canelo? Thanks for tuning in. Catch y'all on the next one.